sister Subhadra, and then but he's busy in his administration. As you are going to office, correct? You have so many attend meetings, report to boss, tuck tuck tuck. So many things are there. So he is like Dwarika in the mode of Aishwarya Bhav, but his heart is always in Vrindavan, where carelessly he used to just walk from morning to evening. Every gopi used to love Krishna. They used to wait for Krishna to come home to steal butter. Correct? There were gopis who wanted to, play jokes with one another. There were friends who were waiting and having picnic every day. They used to take cows, their father's cow, uncle's cow, go to pastures, and then, play together. They used to wrestle, they used to run around, they used to play hide and seek. And then they used to have picnic every day. Everybody is opening the tiffin box. Oh, look at what I have got. I have got this, I have got. And they used to exchange each other. So those lovely pastimes were all enacted in land of Vrindavan. And Krishna is missing. And also there was a situation when Krishna and his whole family was in Kurukshetra. They came for some auspicious thing, and then Kurukshetra is close to Vrindavan. And when the gopis saw Krishna surrounded by aristocratic people with a crown in his head, full jewelry, complete roab bolta hai na waisa, and they didn't like it. They missed the Krishna which was so free with them in Vrindavan, and they said, Krishna, you're not enjoying here. And they start pulling the chariot towards Vrindavan. Let me take you to Vrindavan. That's actually is the form. And said that there are many stories. It's also said in one of the Shastras that Narada was telling that when Krishna was in Dwarika, and he is surrounded by 16,108 queens, and Krishna sometimes in the night tells the names of gopis, and so the queens were saying, we are doing so much better things for Krishna. What is that in gopis? What did Krishna do in his childhood for which that impression still persists? And nobody used to tell because they were afraid, if we tell this to Krishna, Krishna will run away to Vrindavan. Correct? So they wanted Krishna to stay in Dwarika. And so everybody was so eager to know. And then they work it on. Finally, Rohini, mother of Balaram, I'm cutting the story short, and they just convinced her, you have to tell about what happened in Vrindavan. She resisted a lot, but then finally she said, okay, I am going to tell only if you all ensure that Krishna and Balaram doesn't come inside. So the arrangement was made, who to do. And then said, okay, Subhadra, anywhere you were there in Vrindavan, you know it, you are the doorkeeper. So she said, okay. And she stands into the door, completely locking it, correct? And the two brothers, they're looking around. Oh, what's going on? Where are all the queens? Why there's so mystery? And then you are more eager when something is trying to restrict it, correct? Same thing happened there. And they asked Subhadra, what you are hiding? Subhadra said, no. You go, you take care of administration. I'm just standing here. Krishna got suspicious. Something is there, we need to know. And through hook and crook, they were trying. Subhadra was saying, no, I cannot. So then they slightly, Subhadra then allowed them to hear what was going on. And, the brothers are holding the hand of Subhadra, one each. And then when they heard this, they got completely like romancha, ecstatic. And their eyes became big. Their mouth got wide open when they heard the stories of Vrindavan. They realized the old pastimes. वो नहीं होता hands stand on end when you are romanchit, correct? Eyes become big. That's the form of Krishna. which is Jagannath. And said in Kali Yuga, that's the form of Krishna, which is very, very auspicious. It is said that if you see one Jagannath Rath Yatra happening, and if you see the Lord sitting on a chariot, what if you pull the chariot? So much credits you get. Even if you see the Lord in the chariot and the chariot is moving, at the time of death, you get a very quick flashback of what happened in your life. And then it is said that this is some of the leaders have talked about. Mataji, आगे आ जाओ, Bhagavad Gita की बातें करेंगे. And it goes and then stops at the time when you have seen the Rath Yatra. And it is said in Gita, Ant kale chamam eva smaran muktva kalevaram. So since at the end you are seeing Lord Jagannath or Krishna, you are thinking about Krishna and you get liberation. So just by seeing one Rath Yatra, that's the merits of seeing Rath Yatra. And what if actually you help like a gopi to take Krishna from Dwarka to Vrindavan? Krishna becomes eternally grateful to the souls who do that. So there's so much of details in that. So that was and every few years, Jagannath changes the body. So this is Nava Kalevaram. So the old Daru Brahma is actually buried inside Samadhi, and then Pandas do actually the whole rituals of Shraddha and all those things. And this new, they exchange the powers basically, Nabhi, to the new deities. And there's a whole detail, like when you see, it's like, sometimes really how this is happening. It's so faith-based, correct? And there are symptoms. Those people who, Daityapatis, they get dreams. So for 2 to 3 years, a month, they have to meditate on where the new tree will be there. And there are signs, there has to be a snake around. The tree has to have a shape of a conch shell, a chakra, and they have to show actually, it's not that someone goes and carves it around, no. They first of all sleep, and in the dream they said, go to this direction. It's all like when you see around, in this age of iPhones and, wireless, cellular, when all these things are happening, you feel, what kind of the world is this about? But it happens actually. People have pictures around, because people are watching these Daityapatis when they are moving around, correct? Is it authentic? Are they real? Are they pure? And, so we are very fortunate that they were able to discover all the deities. The deities are carved. So this was the first time deities moved actually in procession. So what happens is, also, how many of you have gone to Jagannath Puri? No? You should make a trip and go next time, yeah. So what happens, typically Jagannath temple is very strict. Non-Hindus are not allowed. Even Indira Gandhi tried few times. She was not allowed to enter because she married Firoz Gandhi, correct? Sonia Gandhi cannot dream of coming to temple. In fact, people like us, I have been kind of, taken for a ride few times, thinking that I am a Westerner, correct? I am a non-Hindu. Then I speak in Hindi and all, but I still have to give some evidences. Probably because of my height and other things, they think he's a Muruga, let us catch him. The Pandas are really very difficult there. Sometimes, at least till you know it. Cutting the story short, so only Hindus are allowed in the temple. But Lord Jagannath is so merciful, he says, okay, if others are not allowed to come inside, I will go out. So then when the Lord comes out on Rath, everybody has access to see Lord Jagannath. Correct? Lord Jagannath is so merciful. He is the Lord of universe. Jagannath, he is the Lord of the universe. And very powerful deities. You should definitely visit that. And actually there are local festivals also, like in San Francisco on 23rd of August. There will be Rath Yatra festival. I think yesterday was Fremont Rath Yatra and Sunnyvale Rath Yatra also. So various places has. So Puri is there, but then you can participate also in other Rath Yatras. Yeah. And there's a mantra, Sarva Vyapi Jagannatha, Shankha Chakra Gadadhara, Anadi Nidano Deva, Priyatama Purushottama. Or you can just say Jai Jagannath, and that's also okay, depending on. So there's a lot of Mahatmas, like which are given, on this. I just want to spend some time on that. And we recently finished Purushottam, that was also very auspicious. Probably next time we can talk about that later because we have to start the class. Thank you very much. The format of this class, we are doing shloka by shloka for this whole book. And so far we are in the 6th chapter. We have finished till shloka 20. Okay. And the way we started is we do some quick 3 to 4 minutes of kirtan and then we read the book. I think you have some questions, bro? Mike Ati? Okay, thank you so much. Please correct me whenever you want, okay? You don't have to wait for so long. Thank you very much for joining in. Let's do a small kirtan and then we'll get into the study. It's more on a call and response. It goes very simple. Hare, Krishna and Ram are the 3 words. Hare is the energy of Krishna, which is Radharani. Krishna is the name of the Lord. Rama is also Balram, name of Krishna. So, pleasure potency of Krishna. So, when you chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, you are requesting to Lord and Lord's energy to engage you in the service of Lord. Energy of the Lord is like mother and Krishna is like the father. So, you are requesting the mother to connect you to the father. Think of it in a very simple way, correct? And there is no harm. And these are transcendental things, like you have to practice to get the benefit. Otherwise, it is so simple that people simply miss it. It looks so simple that people just miss it, not knowing. If I say you have to pay $1 million, then people, yeah, it's important, let me do that. Okay, we'll start on that, huh? So I'll first say and then we all can repeat behind. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. It said, Have you heard of Vishnu Sahasranam? 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. It is said Vishnu Sahasranam, if what you do, you can get the same benefit by chanting once Rama, which you chanted Rama Rama Hare Hare, correct? So if you have chanted just Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare, how many times is Hare in that? 8 times. How many times Krishna is there? 4 times. How many times Ram is there? 4 times. So if you have done 1 round of Hare Krishna mantra, then you have done 4 times Vishnu Sahasranam. And it is said 3 times of Rama pronunciation is equivalent to 1 times of Krishna. So, think of it when you said 1 Krishna, 4 times Krishna you said, how many times of Vishnu Sahasranam you did in just 20 seconds or less. And these are all from Vedic scriptures. These are not something which is, there are references in Brahman Naradiya Puran, Upanishads, so I can give references on that. So in this age of Kali, we do not have long lives like, say, for example, Dhruv Maharaj and other yogis, where we can sit for thousands of years. You take the example of any Hiranyakashipu, Kamsa, Ravana. I'm giving all the wrong examples, but they are right examples also. They have done tapasyas for thousands of years. The same benefit what they get from those thousands of years of tapasya, you can get in this age of Kali by chanting the holy names of Lord. Okay? It's a very sublime and approved process. It's not made up story. These are like hota hai na, in India, there is a reservation class, correct? Yeah, not to give a bad example, but then general, the cutting point will be 80. But if you are in the OBC, general, scheduled tribes, scheduled caste, those reservation quota, even if you appear and get 2 numbers, you may get into the IITs and PMTs of the world, correct? You have to just be there. So that is the stage of this. This world is so contaminated that all of us are in that, so given away. Krishna is saying, okay, you just show yourself and put the application form, I will take you. Because people don't even want to come to the temple, Look at this. How many people in San Bruno and the nearby county have the time to come on a Sunday and sit in the class or discuss about God? Very less. So, we are very privileged, and I will congratulate to each of you for taking this time out. It's very auspicious. And take more time. Engage more people. And that's very auspicious. Will help you a lot. My personal example. So let's start. What we do typically is, let me put it on silence mode so nobody calls me. We record so that others people can also get benefit by listening to the recordings. So the way we follow in this is, go to the page number 1. There are invocations which are done to get the blessings of seniors, and then we get into the reading. So get a copy of Bhagavad Gita. It's free. You can keep it home and do your study. And there are some Sanskrit prayers. We do it together. And then you can just observe it for today, for those of you who are new, and we go from there. Page number 1. Everybody ready? Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam dadati swapadantikam vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Svaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sahagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Svitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Next page. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Shute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripap Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Just if you are thinking this mantra was chanted by Beatles. So if you go to iTunes and search for Beatles Hare Krishna, you will hear actually the Beatles group that they won actually big awards for the few songs they chant Hare Krishna. Yeah, My Sweet Lord by.
Actually, just to add, it was one of the highest grossed tunes during those years in the Apple Store.
Wow.
By George Harrison it was.
See. Yeah, and then if you want testimonials of this Bhagavad Gita, so you can see Thoreau, Emerson, Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Newton. There are references that they were actually following Bhagavad Gita. Not this version of Bhagavad Gita, but some version of Bhagavad Gita. And there are documentary evidences for that. So what we are doing is following in the footsteps. So we are in chapter 6, as I said, and we have done till verse 20. Because a few of you are here as new, I will just give a quick summary. So this is the setting is in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and the Kauravas and the Pandavas are ready to fight, and then this conversation starts with conversation between Sanjaya and Dhritarashtra. And Sanjaya, who is the disciple of Vyasadeva, has been given power so that he can see what's going on in the battlefield and narrate it to Dhritarashtra, who is blind. And the Gita starts itself with Dhritarashtra inquiring, Dharam Kshetre Kurukshetre. What's going on in the Dharam Kshetra Kurukshetra between my sons and the sons of Pandu who have arrived, who have assembled there. And I'm making it very compact. You can please go to the website. The former lectures are all in there. Hare Krishna, Achal. So maybe Abhishek can give you more details on if you want to look into the previous lectures. And the whole settings is getting described by Sanjaya, and the various leaders are blowing their conch shell to start the fight, and Arjuna asks Krishna to take him to the middle of the battlefield so he can see who are the people who are ready to fight. And when Krishna took him very close to where Duryodhana, Dronacharya and Bhishmadev was there, and then he said, "Oh my God, these are my favorite people, and I have to fight with them." And so Krishna is doing all those things because he is using Arjuna to educate so that we can read Bhagavad Gita in this life, correct? So, and then, Arjuna feels that he should not kill. It's better to run away, be a yogi, go to a forest. Why to do a job at Apple? I'm better, I'll go to the forest and then, do my job. I don't have to do job, I'll just, live like a saint. And then Krishna is telling, fool Arjuna, that's not the case. I want you to go to Yahoo. I want you to go to Facebook. Live your life. Anybody can run away, correct? And live in the streets of San Francisco. Krishna is not allowing that. You know, people have a very strange concept of religion. They think all these things are to chhod ke chalo chalte hain, no. 18 days Arjuna fought after hearing Bhagavad Gita. Correct? And we have to use that, using Bhagavad Gita, we have to go to the world and do our duties in a better way. Not run away from the responsibilities. So anyway, then Krishna explains him that, anyway, why are you so worried? You're not the body, you are a soul. Soul doesn't get kills, correct? You change body from one body to another. If you don't believe that, you even look into the body of a child. From small, he goes to youth to adult, and then, old age, and then the person changes body. So the body is changing anyway, right now also. So why are you worried about change of body? And he gives various things of actions, prescribed duties. You can get into detail where he is contradicting Arjuna's belief one after the other. Very scientific way. Gita is actually a very scientific book. What you should do and not. And then, Arjuna, and then at the end he's saying, okay, so now I told you science of soul, you pick up the weapon and fight. And Arjuna, as if he is still not convinced, he starts asking, okay, at one time you are saying that, knowledge is important, but on the other side you are telling me to fight. How is it? Then Krishna again tells about the Karma Yoga. Then he talks about the, Jnana Yoga. That doing something, so suppose I gave the example of, if you are buying a grocery and if you don't look into your receipt, okay.
I just want to ask,
yes.
What is the main purpose of Krishna encouraging him to fight against his own family?
Because see, what has happened is Krishna came for two reasons, correct? Dharam samsthapana athaya sambhavani yug. So he comes first to take care of your devotees and to remove the miscreants. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati bharata. Everybody knows these two shlokas thanks to B.R. Chopra from Mahabharata, correct? So Krishna came to take care of his devotees. And who are the devotees? The Pandavas. Look at what Pandavas went through their life, correct? Every time Duryodhana did so many things to disturb them. And battlefield of Mahabharata was not supposed to happen. They even said, if you give us 5 villages, we do not want this fight. For that, what did Duryodhana said? You know it, correct? I'll not give you even a land equal to the tip of the needle. So everything has been kind of tried and tested. And why did those people wanted 5 villages? Because they were Kshatriyas. Kshatriyas are not beggars. They need a place to rule. And they are saying, we don't want the kingdom. So they had this big kingdom, which by trick, Duryodhana has occupied it. And he was supposed to give back those kingdom. As per the game when they were doing, when they lost only for few years.
Was it honorable for the other party to occupy the kingdom?
No, and that is why they has to be killed.
That was the purpose of fighting against them.
Exactly. Yeah. And what has happened is there are many, sir, I'll request you to go to you are asking very good questions. All your answers will be, sir. So it is said that any aggressor, if you kill, there is you don't get any pap. And systematically they have given, there's 6 reasons to call someone as aggressor. Say for example, they insulted Draupadi. They put Pandavas on fire, Lakshagraha, correct? All those systematically it is discussed by Prabhupada in purport. Lack of time, I'm not going into details, but you can listen the previous recording and go to the book. You will know that. And so there was absolutely no trouble in killing all the Kauravas, as per the Shastra. And and Krishna is using this opportunity to clean that. And we'll see later that Krishna has anyway killed all those Pandavas, all the Kauravas, sorry. He will, when he show his Virat group, he's using Arjuna as an opportunity so that Arjuna can get the credit. Same thing he is doing with each of us. He is not actually, when we are sitting together, each of us are getting benefit by mutual hearing, and everybody is getting equal benefit. Can you believe?
Right.
Was Krishna